Alrighty guys, we're back for Mono Black Sacrifice, and this is a Through the Omenpaths Standard brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some Ranked. A whole bunch of cards packed in. We have a Corrupted Conviction as a one-of. We have all 4 Desperate Measures. Here's one we don't see very often, honestly, surprisingly. 1 black mana, instant speed, target creature gets +1/-1 until end of turn. When it dies under your control this turn, draw 2 cards. Nice. All 4 Eaten Alive, excellent piece of spot removal. We have a couple Forsaken Miners, a couple Greedy Freebooters, all 4 Infestation Sage, and all 4 Nezumi Linkbreakers. Also, more removal with a couple Tragic Trajectories. So all 4 Timeline Cullers works well with the Tragic Trajectory, but honestly, to get that void, it's probably just going to be a non-land permanent left the battlefield, right? And we also have all 4 Vengeful Bloodwitch, of course, right? And all 4 Sephiroth here. Yeah. How about 9 Lives Familiar? This is one that we don't get to see very often. It's a 3 mana 1/1. When it enters, it comes in with 8 revival counters on it. If you cast it. Now, when this creature dies, if it had a revival counter on it, you return it to the battlefield with 1 fewer revival counter on it at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, so this will actually pair beautifully with that Desperate Measures, right? Or literally anything in here, right? Sacrificing it to Sephiroth is easy peasy, comes back at the end. We also have a couple Rhilex the Accursed. So this is a 3 mana, 2/3 legendary creature rockin' Flash and Menace. So whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Nice. That's a pretty good ability. Also have a 1 of Sothera chilling on the top end. Not going to take the time to read all that right now. Got 21 total mana, and one of them is a Midgar, City of Mako. Over in the honorable mentions, Midnight Reaper is essentially the same thing as the Rhilex, except Rhilex has Flash Menace and is a legendary creature too. But still, I considered the Midnight Reaper. Okay, guys, I do my dandiest to save the more in-depth discussion for the end of the video, so look forward to that. In the meantime, let's go ahead, take this into some Ranked, see how we do. Okay, we'll see if we can get right into that first game. Heck yeah, we do. What am I expecting from the build? I don't know. It's probably, as far as sacrifice deck lists go, a little janky, but I really wanted to keep it in mono black. I didn't want to go Orzhov this time round. I like this hand a lot. We can easily draw into the 3rd mana. And if we don't see it right away, we could always consider the Desperate Measures, and Desperate Measures on Infestation Sage is actually just pretty good. We do find the 3rd mana, so we can keep this around for a little while if we wanted to. Not worth keeping a blocker versus mono green landfall. If they're going to win, they're going to win by, we're going to be at -40 or something, you know what I mean? So, but no, at some point, there might be a worthwhile chump. Especially with Saz's Chocobo on the board. But I also think it's just worth starting to poke through, too. Like they're going to keep the 2 open. I'm going to hold off on the Desperate Measures for now, guys. With 2 mana open, I mean, we should go right into the Sephiroth, right? We get Rhilex down first, it's even more card draw. But I don't know if we need 12 cards in our hand, right? Not yet, at least. Let's go for the swing, see what happens. Okay. And then Sephiroth. Let's do this. Sephiroth right on time is always no joke. Alright, more mana. We definitely want to see some of those 1-drop creatures over mana. Hopefully we can start to find them off of the other card draw we have in hand. Frenzied Bailiff. Oh, guys, this isn't going to be landfall? I don't think Bailiff makes the cut in landfall very often. So this is a super sketchy block here. I think we take the 5, actually, guys. With the forest open, we can't risk the Sephiroth. It's too good on this board state. Oh, a second Sephiroth. Okay, we could risk you now. That's fine. That's totally fine. So I suppose we'll go ahead and get the Rhilex down. It has flash, but we just want it on the board now. That's fine, you know? And then Desperate Measures over the Sephiroth swing. I mean, we're going to swing anyways. I guess it's 2 cards or 2 cards here. So, no, it's 3 cards with Desperate Measures. But realistically, we're just trading out the Desperate Measures then. So I'm going to save the Desperate Measures. But it's 1 more damage if I do it this way. If I skip the Sephiroth sacrifice... No, this is still fine. We don't need the extra damage because okay, it's a swamp. Also, non-token creature is what Rhilex reads. I completely overlooked that. Oh crap. Oh crap. Right, so we still have Desperate Measures open for the opponent's turn, which is actually pretty good. We'll see what we can get up to then. Yeah, non-token creature. I don't know why I overlooked that. I just got done reading the card, you know? Ooh, Traveling Chocobo. Hopefully they miss a Fabled passage here. It's going to be Forest. It's still pretty deadly though, isn't it? We're going to try the block into the Bailiff, because even with the Snakeskin Veil, the Desperate Measures can get above. Actually... they might not even swing with the Bailiff then. It really depends what they have left in hand. Yeah, hopefully trading out that token was actually worth it then, because I guess the best thing we could have done was the Desperate Measures draw 2 instead. But no, having Desperate Measures open for their turn is actually really good too. So I don't know. I think it actually ended up working out. Especially since they're swinging with the Bailiff. Let's see what happens here. Pretty sure it's a Snakeskin Veil. Snakeskin Veil. Right, so we still get to that toughness, luckily, and Veil does not give indestructible, thank goodness. Works out nicely. Bailiff off the board. Down to 4, though, is pretty scary. Sephiroth hitting for 2. We draw 2 here. Another Rhilex and more mana. Wow, where's our 1-drops, guys? Holy cow. Right, so what do we do? What do we do, guys? I guess we can flash Rhilex and then go Desperate Measures again? Or we could play Rhilex now. What do we do? Kind of a really bad draws, right? So we got 5 mana on the board, 8 total mana in the top 15 cards, 21 mana total in the deck list. Hold on, opponent. I'm thinking, buddy, if I'm not careful here, like I kind of want to go Greed, go Rhilex, Desperate Measures the Rhilex, swing with the Sephiroth, right? I'm gonna do that. I'm totally going to do that. That seems crazy. We're going to draw 3. We got to find something cool. Eaten alive. That's good, but we also need some of our other 1-drop creatures. Okay, Greedy Freebooter is something, I suppose. I can't believe all this mana, guys. They go down to 7. Wow. I mean, we're at 13. I guess we could die next turn pretty easily. Let's see what Greedy Freebooter can actually block here. And 9 mana in the top 18. I guess we're pretending we have a 30 land deck list at that point. But we're still doing fantastic, aren't we? I think the Greed was worth it, especially with second Sephiroth in hand too. Ordeal of Nylea. If they have removal for this Freebooter, I think we're dead. Like, super dead. So, we'll see, we'll see. Doesn't look like removal. If they have a way to give Saz's Chocobo trample, maybe? That's 14 on the board. Like I said, if they had removal, it would have been over, dude. Wow. I guess they still could give it trample. No. Guys, I think that could have lined up way better for us. How about you, huh? And plus, we do have a lot of removal packed in. Like, we have all 4 of those Eaten Alives. That's something we could have done too. We could have, instead of playing Freebooter, we could have went Eaten Alive, sacrificed the Sephiroth, and then popped the Saz's Chocobo or the Traveling Chocobo. I guess, realistically, after seeing what was in the opponent's hand, that ended up being what would have been the best play, right? But all that's in hindsight. You just never know what the opponent's going to do, you know? You can do your best to guess, but wow. That was still a turn and a half, huh? Let's keep the ball rolling. That one could have come down to me, but honestly, I think it could have lined up so much better. My goodness. Yeah, look at this beautiful hand. All it's missing now is that Sephiroth. Can we just play with 8 Sephiroth, guys? I mean, would that really break anything? You know what I mean? Would that be a problem? I guess technically we could if we went Demir, right? Play the top end Sephiroth. Oh, man. Right, so with Bloodwitch, I think I'm just going to optimize damage here with the Forsaken Miner over the Linkbreaker, and it really depends what else we would have had in hand too. Like, I would have went Linkbreaker if we did actually have that Sephiroth. Okay. I'd accept that trade all day. But we want to get the Bloodwitch down first. I think they just take the 2 here, guys. Because that Fate Weaver has more work to do throughout this game. So you get to cheese that 2 through easy peasy. Leyline Weaver, cool. I've been seeing a lot more people trying out spiders, which is nice. I'll take that 1 for sure. 3rd mana, we do have Rhilex open. I think I'm going to keep the Rhilex open too. Okay, we cheese another 2 through. See what the opponent gets up to on their turn. Yeah, unfortunately, like, we're hoping that they swing with the Weaver, but they're probably just going to use it as ramp, right? Against a different scenario of a 1 and a 2, I think there's a lot of scenarios where Rhilex would actually come down as a surprise blocker. So they still got 2 mana open. Maybe they do swing with the Leyline Weaver. No, it's going to be a Demi, actually. We could still go Rhilex into the Fate Weaver, I suppose. Or we could Bloodwitch into the Fate Weaver, draw a card, but that Bloodwitch is just going to be so good. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to take the 1. Get the Rhilex down at the end. Yeah, unfortunately, it couldn't be a surprise. Guys, are we going to have to drop mana in here? I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. So they do have the double block into the Rhilex. But would that be that terrible for us? We take out an Ademi? Let's drop the Link Breakers. At least we're seeing our 1-drops too. Let's go for it. I think we're going to get 4 through, because I don't think they want to lose these creatures. And I think I would target the Ademi over the Soul of the Spider. The opponent's down to 10. That's great news, especially when we have Bloodwitch on the board. All we need to see is not land off the top, right? Spinner of Souls is actually a fantastic creature, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Naya Spideys. Oh, they skipped their attack phase. They didn't want us to have any chumps, I suppose. We got to be very careful, because if we get too greedy with the swings, they could easily win on the backswing with a couple boosts to the Spideys. So let's do... Rhilex number 2 isn't like the greatest. Still, the Menace on the first Rhilex is pretty good. So I'm going to keep all those back as chump blockers. Swing, swing. See if we can cheese another 4 through, although I think now might be the time to double block. Get the Rhilex off the board. And I'm just going to save the other Rhilex in hand rather than going for any additional card draw. Okay, nice. We're actually going to get some card draw on the Forsaken Miner here, which definitely isn't terrible for us. They are going to double block. Triple block. Wow. So we could take out probably the Ademi, right? Okay. Yeah, this is good. I think this is still pretty good for us because the Bloodwitch is also going to get some through. Oh, okay. They still had 1 mana open for the Ademi's ability with the Leyline Weaver. I see, I see. Okay. So let's see. I suppose playing the second Rhilex now is a little better. I suppose? Right? I'm like dazed and confused right now playing this list. So we do this. And then Rhilex gets us some card draw. Yeah, because we could have found, I suppose, removal or something. Yes, I don't know. We're really hoping the opponent doesn't find any life gain. Oh, another Bloodwitch. That's actually really good. I'm actually sad that I brought back the Forsaken Miner, because we could have played that. Yeah, we're hoping they don't have Sheltered by Ghost in there. Looks like they go for the counter over the haste, which is also probably good news. Leyline Weaver. Dude, I'm scared. Heron Tusk. Alright. Probably the counter. They're going for the swing next turn, right? I think so. Yeah, that's something else. That's really something else. We get a food here too. Nice boosted Spidey board state. And their hand is nice and stocked up too. Oh my goodness, guys, it's more mana. So again, 7 mana in the top 14. I'm so sorry. How could I let this flood happen? How could I? Right, so let's swing with the Forsaken Miner. They really just want to take the 2 here. We're in significant danger, as I don't think... Wait a minute. No, I didn't have it. I didn't have it on the board. We had 5 damage. I was going to say maybe we should have full swung because regardless of the blocks, the Bloodwitch could have gotten us there, but no, they could have taken all of it down to 1. And then I guess we would still just die on the backswing. So this is the turn where they want to do all haste. Spinner of Souls. They could have actually tapped the Leyline Weavers, right? They could have tapped these, and then whenever they cast mana value 4 or greater... Oh, never mind. I'm being silly. I played Magic once before, guys. It was an experience. I swing cautiously here. Block everything. Doesn't have trample. 4, 8, 10 getting through. I suppose a full block just kind of ends this, doesn't it? Right? I suppose blocking everything ends this thanks to the Bloodwitch, unless they have something surprising in hand. I'm going to risk it, man. 9. We got 10 on the board here. Nice. And a lot of card draw, too. Oh, man. So sacrifice deck lists have always been pretty hard for me to run. But also, I kind of feel like it's just not lining up very well for us, too. We got there this time by some miracle, man, honestly, so... Alright, let's keep the ball rolling. I hope to play it out better for you guys. Let's continue. Yeah, it's kind of neat so far, isn't it? Something I want to see is that 1 of 9 lives familiar, too. If I really wanted to see it, maybe I should have made it a 2 of, but I was a little concerned about having too many 3-drops because I thought I would never see the mana in time. I was wrong. 21 mana is the new 30 mana. 3 in hand. You know what? I'm going to keep it because I'm pretty confident that we're not going to flood this game. And it's a good hand other than that. So, Llanowar Elves. All right, 4th mana. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we see the 5th mana, I guess I should go down to 20. Go up some more removal, maybe? Like, mid-video revamp might be necessary. Alright, it's not the 5th mana. Alright, let's go! We don't need a mid-video revamp. Let's go ahead. Let's establish the Bloodwitch, even though the Timeline Culler is a little bit of a more aggressive play. Unfortunately, we really need to see some of that spot removal. Maybe I don't have enough spot removal in here, guys. Traveling Chocobo and gonna be Evolving Wilds. Nice, so that happens twice. Come on, removal. No, now we see the 5th. Oh, no, guys. Right, so 1's going to be a blocker, I suppose. And 1's going to try to get through. And then even so, we're just barely poking the opponent because of their Traveling Chocobo too. I guess we'll do this, and then they block the Infestation Sage. Activate the Evolving Wilds now. That's good news for us, because that means they don't have something else in hand that they also wanted to boost, right? Like if they had a Mossborn Hydra, they could have saved the Evolving Wilds for their turn. They do end up blocking the Timeline Culler here, which isn't terrible for us, I suppose. You can always bring it back from the yard for the warp. Yeah, guys, 21 mana and one of them being Midgar, it really shouldn't... Oh, they did end up having the Mossborn Hydra. Okay. They actually find a forest off the top with the Traveling Chocobo, so that worked out pretty nicely. But also they could have still played Hydra with the Llanowar Elves if they didn't see their mana, and they still could have activated Evolving Wilds on their turn. Even so, the Mossborn Hydra is going to be the nail in the coffin, especially as we see our 6th mana in the top 11. Oh no, guys. All right, let's just go for the full swing, as Hydra and Traveling Chocobo combo is going to be a little bit too much for us to actually deal with anyways. We do get a good chunk of damage through, which is pretty nice. Now, I do think that this deck list is more than capable of dealing with some of these creatures, especially with our sacrifice removal, right? If we drop a land, that's exactly what I'll be going up. Sacrifice removal. But we're only halfway through the video. I think more testing required, dude. I think somehow we're getting unlucky here. Or maybe I should double check. Okay, I won't do a mid-video revamp. I'll just double check the mana base, right? Because it's that's pretty bad. Opponent, I think you have enough damage. Let's see if they activate that escape tunnel too. And you know what? Like, that's actually pretty fun, so. All into the Hydra. Now, could you guys imagine if we had like an instant speed, 1 mana removal to take out the Hydra? That would be crazy, though. It would have to be the sacrifice removal or an additional cost sacrifice removal, right? But they're looking at that escape tunnel, yeah. Yeah, I mean, might as well let them have fun, right? A nice big old chunky swing. And I'm kind of curious how high they can get it. It's a 3,912. I'm going to say it. Opponent, you almost missed lethal there, buddy. You almost missed it. You got to be careful. Got to count it out. I know I've missed lethal in the past. Oh, man. Real quick, guys, let's double check here. Now, what do you guys think? Are we getting a little unlucky? 21 mana. There it is. 21 mana. Double check our removal real quick. Eaten alive. I guess Desperate Measures kind of counts too. Corrupted Conviction. Yeah, no, maybe we need more removal, guys. When I put it together, I felt like we had a lot of removal, but I'm wrong, huh? I'm still not convinced. We're gonna try it a couple more times here, and then we won't make any changes to the deck list until the end of the video, if we still think that we need the changes too. Yeah, I guess, I mean, 6 pieces of spot removal really isn't enough for what we're doing here, so. All right, opponent, what you bringing to the table, buddy? What is this now? What is this hand? Oh no, I'm afraid to mulligan because we'll never see the Eaten Alive, but then also the triple mana scaring me. Meanwhile, we only got Bloodwitch. Dude, we got so much to draw into, though. I'm going to try it. Sothera on the top end, just chilling. Eventually, we'll get it out. But honestly, I just hope we miss our 4th mana at this point, right? For sure. Sephiroth, hi buddy. It's going to be pretty tempting to sacrifice the Bloodwitch for card draw, but I think we just like set up the Sephiroth anyways. Okay, Eaten Alive number 3, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what's good, what's bad. I barely know how to play the game sometimes, so we're gonna accept the triple Eaten Alives. It looks like it'll be pretty good as long as we get something to sacrifice. There we go. That's pretty good. So we can go for the swing. They don't accept the block, I suppose, but we could always see if they do. But starting with the swing, popping the Linkbreaker, we could see something else that we want to do instead. Actually going to be more mana, huh? Okay. We don't mind the 4th because then Sothera can still come down next turn. They go down. And we could wait on the Sothera. I'm sorry, we could wait on the Eaten Alives until we have a Sothera established. But I feel like it might not be the best bet. With double voice, if they play a Bloodwitch, that'd be really bad news. Yeah, I shouldn't wait that long. That's way too sketchy, right? Okay, let's take care of one of these. And we can technically take care of both of them this turn, but I think taking care of one is completely fine. And that's actually... The Exile doesn't work with the Sephiroth. Definitely noteworthy. I'm talking about the bottom ability on Sephiroth, of course. If this is the 4th time this ability has activated, right, because it says dies, they do drop a Get Lost on the Sephiroth. They actually go down to 12 here, which is kind of good news, isn't it? Okay, Corrupted Conviction. Nice. I guess we'll go Sothera. That should be pretty difficult for the opponent to deal with. I don't plan on blocking with Bloodwitch, so we took the swing because every point of damage matters for sure. Yeah, now everything that they kill has to be a 2-for-1. Yeah, anyways, back to the bottom ability with the death trigger on Sephiroth here. Eaten Alive Exiles. That's important to note, but I still think Eaten Alive is a worthwhile pick for sure. So Tragic Trajectory. I think Corrupted Conviction could be really good here. We could start with the swing because they can't block, but we might see something better too. Okay. Let's get the swing, get them down to 10. Corrupted Conviction. Goodbye, Bloodwitch. You tried, buddy. We just gotta, like, figure out how to draw in this deck list, though, you know? Alright, they go for the bat as the exile. It's gonna be mana, guys. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's really bad. I can't believe it, man. Right, well, let's get the bat out there. It's something. You know, it's not even that bad, right? We're actually 16 cards deep this time round. And only 6 mana. That's not that bad. It isn't. So I think we'll start with the map token. It's gonna be mana. Okay, okay. I guess we play that. Map token. Okay, Infestation Sage. I think we literally just need to keep anything, right? Now, I'd love to go Eaten Alive. Oh, I messed up then, guys. We won't have 5 mana. Well, we could still go Desperate Measures on the Innocents, I suppose, if that's what we want to do. We'll see what the opponent ends up doing first. Because if they find, like, a Get Lost for the Star City Cleric, I'd rather do Desperate Measures there. Okay, they just end up going for the swing. I'm going to try to take care of the Innocents. Looks like it ended up working. We got 5 in the air here. Well, it's going to be Pack Beasts. They do get some card draw. They got 1 open. We just swing in the air, right? I mean, it's like lining up, but it also feels like it's not. Maybe this deck list just draws really poorly. I don't know, man. I don't know. This has been a weird day. We're 31 minutes in. While I have you here at the end of the video, guys, make sure you check out that description where we have that Discord link as well as the Patreon link too if you're interested in joining either of those up or supporting the channel that way. One more game, guys. Let's do this, and then we'll go talk about the deck list. Also, for the YouTube side of things, if you like the video, make sure you actually drop it a like. If you enjoy the channel, then consider subscribing. It really does help out the channel, so thank you, guys. Okay. Good. It's good, but the triple land, dude, I don't know what that's about. Like, I kind of feel like we have to play another 20 games to really figure out if 21 mana is too much for this, because I feel like it's not. And again, in that last game too, the flood wasn't, it really wasn't like a flood. Right? 6 mana in the top 16 is still, it's a chunk of land that maybe we just don't need. So going down to 20, going up some removal. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm really confused with this one. They use a Burst Lightning on the Forsaken Miner, which is actually really good for us, man. Yeah, it's a Burst Lightning that's not hitting our face, and eventually we bring that back. They still got a Mountain open, so I am a little scared to go Bloodwitch this turn. So I'm going to double down on Infestation Sage, because that was actually a good draw. And looks like it wasn't sticking there. Screaming Nemesis is just a huge problem. Eaten Alive has to happen before they do anything. Before they do anything like get rid of our life gain. Thank goodness for Eaten Alive. So sacrifice a creature, of course. Exile Nemesis. Oh! I missed a point of damage, guys. I forgot to swing first. I'm sad now. Oh no. Oh no, guys, I hope it doesn't come down to 1. It really, really could in a deck list like this. I was just so excited to remove the Nemesis on time. Nova Hellkite. Wow, Bloodwitch is a goner. Luckily we had the second Bloodwitch. The chump's not worth it right now. Not without a Bloodwitch on the board. Rhilex is really good. But I think we need to just go Bloodwitch. This time we have mana open for the Forsaken Miner too. I don't think it's worth saving an additional blocker back. I think that we have to somehow outpace Mono Red Burn. 4th mana is scary. 2 cards in hand. Maybe I should have kept the Rhilex open. But I think Bloodwitch being established is a little better. Memorial Team Leader. Okay. And then they have the Warp card, probably. Holy cow, dude. Holy cow. Those are the last 2 cards in the opponent's hand. We could go down to 5 or take the block down to 6. Gain 1 from the Bloodwitch. Bring back The Forsaken Miner. I don't know. I really don't. Because losing Bloodwitch now could be terrible, but by doing this now too, yeah, down to 6, then gaining the 1, then bringing back the Forsaken. I don't know. That's a really, really tough decision. Greedy Freebooter's great news, and then we'll have the Rhilex open as well. And it's down to 10. 2-turn clock after this. Let's see what we can get up to. Let's see if they find their 5th mana, first of all. Even if they don't, they have the 4 mana Memorial Team Leader. They actually just saw another Memorial Team Leader here, guys. Which is kind of scary. Can't take too much damage from this Rhilex. A Forsaken Miner. We go full swing. They got blocks for days. It's probably the Forsaken Miner, though. Down to 7. Draw down to 6. The card draw is probably worth it. It's worth it, right? It's worth it? I think so. Let's do it. Oh crap, I swung with Rhilex too. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I take it back. I guess the Menace gets through. I wanted to keep the chunkiest thing back as a blocker. As an emergency blocker, because Forsaken Miner can't block. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, you want to keep the chunkiest thing, not a 1-1, because if they see their 5th, they'll pop the 1-1 that you keep back with the Hellkite, right? And the Forsaken Miner can't block anyways, so... Crap, guys. We need to see something that blocks. It's Desperate Measures. Oh, that's actually really good. That's really, really good because we can go into the Infestation Sage. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Their Memorial Team Leader is also a 4-1, guys. We could do that too. Oh no, why are there so many tough decisions? So if we go Infestation Sage, we get a 1-1 that can chump. And we'll draw 3. We'll draw 2 from the measures, and we'll draw 1 off the Rhilex down to 5. But then they'll have Memorial Team Leader here chilling. The other one can come down. Oh, dude, I'm risking it. I'm risking it. It's Mono Black Sacrifice for a reason. Let's do the thing, huh? Draw 3 down to 5. It's a bunch of mana. Oh no, guys. But the second Rhilex is actually really good news too. Because now the second Rhilex can come in untapped. Bring it on, opponent. Bring it on, buddy. I'm on the edge of my seat. Fire magic. Oh, bro. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, Desperate Measures off the top. Desperate Measures off the top. Come on. We get the Scry and the treasure. 9 lives. Nope, no, it doesn't do it. We got to survive the turn here. We're going to be going down to 3. We do have the Rhilex block in hand too, guys. We do. But even so, 9 Lives Familiar is a card that we send. It's going to be Sephiroth. Desperate Measure. Aha, take that. There it is, guys. Wow. Wow. Hey, good game, opponent. Woo! That was a game of magic, man. A nice little puzzle to think through from Mono Redburn. All 17 mana that we drew really worked out there too. Right. So let's go talk about this one, huh? There is honestly some serious power packed in, but this is a hard deck list to run, and I'm a little embarrassed, man. I feel like I should have practiced a lot more with this one before bringing it to you guys, but That's fine. Look, the one of Sothera worked out nicely. The for Sephiroth, honestly, if we could play with more, we might play with more Sephiroth. I don't know if it would work out if we could, but a Timeline Culler can be a 3 of pretty easily in here. Going up more removal is not going to hurt anything, and I think Tragic Trajectory is really good removal. It's like 3 of these, and then the Warp on the Collar works really well with the Trajectory too. I'm going to make that change right here, right now, guys, because I don't think that's going to hurt anything else in the deck list. The other change, of course, is going down to 20 mana instead of 21, but I feel like 21 mana still makes a lot of sense, and think about how many turn 4s you're actually going to want to be able to do a Bloodwitch while you keep a Desperate Measures open after playing an Infestation Sage, or there's going to be like these huge, like just a wall of cards that you want to play out of your hand, especially when you're keeping nice and stocked up, whether it's Sephiroth, Rhilex, or Desperate Measures, even Corrupted Conviction making the cut in here. So I'm not convinced, but boy, oh boy, did we ever flood today too, so 20 mana could work. If we look at the average cost, it's 1.6, which is an incredibly low average cost. Still, man, still, I don't know. Seriously, in each game, yeah, your 5th mana, that's gonna suck. The 6th mana, 7th, 8th, uh-oh, right? Now the opponent, it's leaning towards the opponent pretty heavily. But there's gonna be so many games where you want that 4th. I don't know. I'm not convinced. And I mean 4th on time too. So look, double Forsaken Miner. This was really, really good today, but I went 2 of these with a split of Freebooter as well, because I also find that chump blockers, even though we're seeing so much trample from mono green landfall, where on the opposite side, we're seeing the mono white life gain, where you really do desperately need to chump block on time, and Forsaken Miner doesn't do that. So I do like the split between these two. And what a weird day, man. This was weird. You guys agree with me? It was a weird amount of everything from this deck list today. Because look at all these 1-drops, too. We got 12 1-drops. Now we have 7 pieces of removal, thank goodness. So much card draw. Desperate Measures, Conviction, Sephiroth, Rhilex. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the riddle of this deck list, because some of those games, it was just us playing against our own deck list pretty much, right? I really like all the 1-ofs in here. I'm really sad we didn't see 9 Lives Familiar, especially since I already made the thumbnail image for this video and it has 9 Lives Familiar. That's fine. That happens from time to time. At the very least, it's still in the deck list, thank goodness, right? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take a moment to gather my thoughts here. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, I gathered my thoughts, but they all ran away again. No, I'm just teasing. Right, so something I thought about here. Second Midgar, City of Mako, and dropping a swamp actually wouldn't be that bad, because then what you're treating it as is you're kind of treating the Midgar as the adventure side, and then you have like 19 swamps over here, right? So if you do end up flooding out, then City of Mako, I mean, that's just going to be really good. The problem is, with all these 1-mana cards, having this come out tapped on your turn 1 or something actually is going to slow you down pretty significantly, I would say, especially when you are trying to curve out properly Infestation Sage, Bloodwitch into Sephiroth, into Sothera, honestly, yeah. But when you actually start swinging with Sephiroth on turn 4, at least you don't necessarily need the turn 1 right away, because on that turn 4, you can drop some of those 1-drops that you're going to sacrifice to the Sephiroth anyways. Guys, don't sleep on Desperate Measures in the right deck list. This has been a little MVP for me in many of the deck lists that we visited it with, so yeah, keep your eye on Desperate Measure. Seriously, man. Seriously, I wanted to say it again to emphasize it. Keep your eye on this. It's great. It's really good, and it's just uncommon. How about the Do Not Craft list? Let's take a look-see here at the split. We got commons and uncommons and commons and commons. And commons, pretty good, right? Uncommon. Sephiroth. Okay. And Midgar, we'll put in the rares too. This is a relatively budget-friendly deck list. You could easily base this one on your collection too. So many awesome creatures you could try out in here with death triggers and stuff. Trade out some of the rares for other things that you might have too. Maybe you don't have a Rhilex, but you have the Midnight Reaper. That's totally fine. Trade that in instead, although I do think the Flash Menace on the Rhilex is really fantastic, isn't it? But still, that legendary creature will hold you up every now and then too, but the 2-of felt pretty good in here, didn't it? And then if you really didn't have the Midgar, you could just play more swamps, although I do think the Midgar would be pretty good. And at that point too, guys, I wouldn't go up to 21 swamp. If you have to trade out Midgar, don't put a swamp in. Put more removal, right? Put the 4th Tragic Trajectory, or at that point too, not a flash removal, wow. A instant speed removal that works with the flash creature. There we go. So yeah, there's definitely some trade outs you could do. Like, you don't have the 1 Sothera, you don't have to craft this. Go up. More removal. You don't have the 3rd Sephiroth, right? Go up. You guessed it. More removal. It's not going to hurt anything, dude. It really isn't. Also, I guess something I overlooked when we were counting the removal pieces, technically Desperate Measures counts as removal too, as it does hit 1 toughness creatures successfully. So yeah, this is one where you could probably have a good amount of fun with this, but you don't have to craft anything for it. Just base it on your collection completely. And maybe you're missing you have to use 4 uncommon wild cards. Then try to make it 2 uncommon wild cards instead, right? Because there's just so many cool things you could try out in here. I'm not going to go over them right now, but there's a lot of creatures with death triggers that might already be in your collection. And at that point too, if you gotta craft this using 1 mythic wild card, or maybe it'll be your 3rd Sephiroth for 1 mythic, that might be a worthwhile craft depending on what kind of player you are, because Sephiroth is really cool, and a lot of different style deck lists could want a Sephiroth, mostly, of course, sacrifice deck lists, right? We're looking at Orzhov mostly. But then you could still play around with your collection. There's got to be something neat to put together with Golgari Sacrifice, or, of course, Rakdos Sacrifice. There's a lot of things you could do with Sephiroth. I don't think the 3rd would hurt you if that's the kind of player you are. At that point, the 4th might not be worth a craft because it is a legendary creature, and eventually you might pull it from a pack and be happy about it anyway, so. Okay, guys, enough rambling, huh? If you made it this far into the video for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you. Let me know what you thought of the deck list down in the comments for sure. Maybe I was being too hard on it early on, but boy, those floods seemed pretty bad. So yeah, definitely let me know if it was as weird for you as it was for me. And yeah, hey, I will see you in the next video.